Man, it is the big show on the Big Ten Network. Great to have you with us, Dave Revson, Bruce Weber, a Wednesday night triple header, and it's highlighted by one of the last unbeatens in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, it's amazing. We talk about Indiana was a basketball school, now they're a football school. Nebraska was a football school, now they're a basketball school. But they've been so good, and very similar, Indiana football. Discipline, efficiency. They don't get penalties. Well, you can't get penalties in basketball, but they just do a lot of things well.
One of the things that they have in common with Indiana football, a 0 in the loss column, trying to keep that going as they hosted the Washington Huskies. And there you see the 18-0 start. It's 22 straight wins back to last year, picking up in the first half. And this is about the first bad thing to happen to Nebraska this year. Braden Frager injures his ankle on the layup. He would leave the game, came back wearing a boot and in street clothes. We'll get more on his injury from Fred Hoiberg in just a bit. Now, later in the first half, it's Price Sanford draining the three. Huskers go up by 13. Sanford had 23 points in the game. Second half, Sam Hoiberg was great, Coach.
Yeah, he just does all of those things. Whatever they need, assists, rebounds. Tonight they needed some scoring, and he gave it to them.
He did. 14 points to go with 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Sanford on the move there. Huskers up by 16. Later in the second, Rink Mast, he had 12. They hit 11 threes, a little bit over their average, which would be a Big Ten record were they to keep it up for the entire season. Sanford going hard to the hoop and won. Nebraska up 16 after the free throw. 8th time this year he scored 20 or more, and then it's Jamarcus Lawrence. Nebraska wins it 76-66, 19-0 for Fred Hoiberg and company. Here's Andy Katz with the winners.
Remaining undefeated in the Big Ten overall, one of 3 left in the entire country. How'd you get this one done?
You know, I thought our defense really picked up at the end of the first half, and I thought we carried that through for most of it. Steinbach got loose. He's a hell of a player. Danny does a great job running good actions to get him loose. They got us a little bit in the high-low. I thought they outworked us a little bit there for a stretch, but I liked our rhythm. We got in a good rhythm offensively. We struggled down the stretch a little bit, but we'll take it. This is a great win against a really good team.
Yeah, and I give all credit to my teammates and coaches putting me in the right spot. My teammates getting me the ball when they needed to, and you know, Rink and BK are always sending me good screens, and sealing down low, letting me get to the rim and hit shots. So,
from the moment this team played BYU on this floor in that exhibition game, what did you think was possible at this point in the season?
I mean, pretty much anything. I remember my goals meeting. I said I wanted to win a national championship, and I didn't believe that's crazy, and nobody on this team thinks that's crazy. So we're going to keep battling, take one day at a time, but, always that goal.
It does sound somewhat familiar. That's no question about it. And again, Nebraska would be the parallel in the Big Ten to Indiana football, the only major conference team that's never won an NCAA tournament game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's 23 straight wins now, and one of the things they've really transformed is the defensive end. These last few years, Fred rededicated his team to defense, and it showed up once again tonight.
And I talked before the game, they do something different than anyone else does in the league, and it's been very effective. You can't prepare for it. And just like the Hoosiers, they are really, really good on defense. Right away, you see it. They get back on defense. They usually don't send one guy to the glass. They got the shell. Now they're going to overload. They're going to force you baseline. And if you look at it, almost looks like a 2-3 zone, but it's man. They're overloading the side. Now, if you're lucky to swing the basketball, they got another ball screen. Now they're going to ice it or down it. They're going to box you in and keep you again on the side, and the rest of the guys are coming over. Now you have a middle ball screen, and they're going to come out and they're going to get it out of your hands. It's almost a trap. Get it back. Now the rotation. They're coming out. The guy has to make the next play. You can see the shot clock going down. Great closeout, and then finish it with a blocks out. And they get in transition where they're really, really good.
Man, that was textbook.
It was a great possession.
That is absolutely beautiful to watch. Again, the one negative in this game was the injury to Braden Frager. Fred Hoiberg was asked about it after the game. Here's what he had to say.
He's pretty sore. We'll know a lot more tomorrow. So, don't want to say too much until we see how he does overnight. We'll X-ray him tomorrow. just really for precautionary reasons. Our trainer thinks everything's going to be fine. But, right now it's just it's an ankle sprain, and we'll know more tomorrow.
More on the Huskers a bit later in the show. Let's check in on USC and Northwestern, the much-anticipated debut of Elijah Arenas, his father Gilbert there, Chris Paul on hand. I mean, there were a lot of luminaries in the stands for this one. How about that move, Moose?
You got to love it. He's got some ability. It's going to take him a little bit of time, but you can see he's got some potential.
Just 8 points. He was 3 of 15 from the field. Remember, Northwestern came in winless in the Big Ten. Nick Martinelli knocks down the three. He had just 5 points in the first half, the nation's second leading scorer, but the Wildcats still led it by 3 at the break. In second half, Martinelli coming alive. He finished with 22 hits there, hits the free throw, so Cats up by 6. Jordan Marsh was unbelievable in the second half of this game. Finished with 19 points after not scoring in the first. USC cuts the lead to 1. Incredible play, though. Martinelli with the shot clock expiring. The Cats hang on 74-68. First conference win. Don McClain with Chris Collins.
All right, Chris, you talked about before the game, you guys have been close, and you have. What ultimately did it come down to you guys breaking through and getting this one tonight?
Well, I think we were tough enough, and we haven't been tough enough, but we got some big loose balls when we needed them. The shot at the end of the clock with 1 was huge. Max Green threw a hell of a pass. Obviously, Nick did what he did, and we took care of the ball against pressure. And you're playing great teams every night, and we needed this one badly, needless to say.
Well, yeah, one of the things you and I talked about before the game was other guys stepping up, and Nick wasn't bad tonight, but they made him work for everything.
Yeah,
but for me, it was other guys stepping up tonight.
You know what? We started 3 true freshmen in a world of guys that are 25, 26, and I'm so proud of those guys. Jake West, Tyler Kropp. Yeah. Max Green getting his first start, did some big things. This was a team effort tonight, and I can't wait to celebrate with my team.
Great job. Congrats on the win.
All right, thanks, Don.
It was a really good win, and there were some young players who played extremely well. Tyler Kropp was phenomenal. He had a great summer in the Euro, the under-19s, and then really hasn't shown up a whole lot. He was fabulous. Jake West was really good. They had some other guys who contributed who have been kind of non-factors so far this year.
Yeah, they had some guys stepped up, and Groundhog Day's a couple weeks away. They had to find a way to get out of this cycle, and they've led games. They've led games late, and they haven't found a way to win. But finally, they got over the hump, and it's other guys making plays. Obviously, Nick is so good; he found a way to get 20 again. That was his lowest output for a first half of the year, and he still found a way to get to 22. They made their free throws. They took care of the ball. 22 assists on 28 field goals and only 6 turnovers. So when you do that stuff, that gives you a chance on the road.
They had been 2-6 this year in games decided by 6 points or fewer. You don't have to squint that hard to think they could have a decent record, but it's been closing games. And as Chris said with Don there, they were able to close. That shot by Martinelli was enormous. That was a really big one. Martinelli with Don after the game.
Nick, you guys have been close. You've had a lot of close games in conference play. You haven't been able to get over the hump. What did it take tonight to get over the hump and get that first win?
Yeah, I mean, it was all grit, I thought. We've won a bunch of games this year, obviously not in the 10, but I didn't really feel like we took those games. Like, we were the aggressors. We had our foot on the gas all 40 minutes. I thought we've done a good job in spurts, but we played all 40 minutes, and we closed the game out and didn't have any turnovers in crunch time, and it was big time. We had a lot of young guys in there who were taking care of the ball and doing a great job. So, yeah.
Your production has been consistent for a while now, and teams know you're coming, and so they game plan for you. And I talked to your coach before the game, and he was talking about how he can rely on you every night, but other guys need to step up. And it seems like other guys really stepped up tonight to help you guys win.
Absolutely. I mean, we fight our butts off in practice. I wish people could come and watch, and so does every team. It's not about how hard we're fighting. It's about the execution aspects, and we have a ton of young guys and new guys, and I thought we really figured it out. Now, shout out to Tyler Kropp, who really stepped up in his first start. Jake West, who's also a freshman. I mean, we just had a bunch of guys step up.
Congrats on the win. Go celebrate with your team.
All right, thank you.
Both those guys, West and Kropp, with career highs in this game. We got to talk a little bit about Arenas. There's a lot of rust there, and I think it was evident But man, you can see why he is as highly thought of as he is.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's got that basketball ability. You can just, that natural ability, the play he made, the drive, the spin, laid it in. But people don't realize it's not like riding a bicycle. You have to go through some time. It's a workouts, and then it's practice time, and then it's game time, and then you got to get game conditioning. I'm shocked he played 29 minutes, to be honest. And you can just see that's legs. 0 for 6 from 3. And then it's free throws. That's legs, too, and relaxation. So that it will come. And there's some pressure on that young man. There were a bunch of people in that stands tonight watching. I know I would be scared.
You mentioned free throws. That was a huge bugaboo for USC. But they shot 43 free throws in this game, but they missed 17 of them. The first half was borderline
atrocious.
Comical. I mean,
it was bad. Yeah, there's
really
no doubt. And that's the difference in the game. And they hung in there. And they got a good team. They got a lot of talent. I think they still are an NCAA team.
Mike, of course, he had them on the 7 line in his most recent bracket. This will hurt them a little bit. But as you say, there is a ton of talent, no doubt, out there for USC.